Hey, what's up everybody? Irish Pepper 2A and Remy. We are finally breaking out another video. I know it's been a while. There's been some stuff going on and it's personal, but you know, we're getting back at it. So what we've done is we've come out today and we've hiked out to one of our favorite spots. And I thought today I would do an attempt to craft a bushcraft mallet. And you know, I know I've spoken out against doing things like that before, but what I'm hoping to do in this video is make that mallet, and I want that to be the precursor for follow-up videos. I don't want to be batoning all the time. So what we're going to do next, now that we've got a nice fire going, it's a little chilly out here and smoky, the wind shifted. We're going to go out and we're going to find a suitable piece of wood. We're going to harvest that and we're going to begin to craft that mallet. So stay tuned. All right, everybody. So I think I've found the piece of wood that we're going to use here today for this mallet. I've already sawed off the end of it. So I'm thinking like right about here, from here down to that knot. That's going to be the striking surface. And then I'll remove, after I saw this off, I'll remove material from here to make the handle. So the striking head is going to be about from here to here. It's not going to be big. I never said I was going to make a, Warhammer or anything out of it. This is just mainly for driving stakes into the ground and some other ideas that I have coming up in future videos. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the rest of this off, take it back to camp, and get started. All right, guys, so we have the harvested piece of log. This is a nice solid piece of cherry. And as I said, right about where my fingers are, that's where I want the striking head to be. And I'm going to remove the material from here to make that into a handle. And basically what I want to do is I'm going to follow that core right there. So I am just going to make a series of rather conservative cuts. Not too deep at first. Until I get all the way around this log. We've almost come full circle now. And it corresponded pretty good, I must say. Sometimes you get lucky. All right, so now I'm going to get my knife. I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to start to baton off some of these edges to get myself down to that core. All right, guys, so I started the batoning process on this and I'm working into it, but I'm having a little bit of trouble getting down to my seat cut for the mallet head. It keeps wanting to chip off here. So I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is make another relief cut up here a little bit higher, and I'll do this in portions till I can get down to that handle size that I want. All right. That worked out better. Yeah, making that second cut definitely helped. Alright guys, so I'm going to keep processing this down. You can basically see where I'm going with this right now. Once I get this portion removed, we'll come down here and we'll remove this, refine the handle, and we'll have a little mallet. So I'll check back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, so been processing that handle down. It's not yet where I want it to be, but it's getting closer. You can see the difference. And I'm just going to keep working this until it's comfortable in the hand. Now, when making something like this, and I know this from doing years of construction, you also want to be cognizant of which way the grain in the wood is running. And make sure that you're striking with it appropriately. In this case, I would not want to hit with this side right here, because I don't know if you can see the grain in the wood. That's going with the grain. That would eventually snap. So what I want to do is I want to rotate that, and I'm going to use this knot right here as a index. So this would be my striking side right here, or alternatively like that. And that would make me not strike against the grain of the wood after I've spent, you know, well, a little over an hour or so making this mallet. And I mean, this thing is solid, man. I would not want to, it would take out a zombie, I guarantee that. So I'm going to keep working this handle down for a little bit more, slenderize it out, and, you know, remove some of this bark and get this thing cleaned up. Alright guys, so we did the Bushcraft mallet. We had an MRE lunch with Remy. I'd say today was a pretty productive day, and we're going to be using that mallet in future videos because I have some, like I said earlier, I have some plans that are going to involve using a tool just like that. So with all that being said, Irish Pepper 2A and Remy the camera hog here, we're going to sign off. I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay safe, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.